In the deepest, most remote forests of North America, where the fog clings to ancient trees and the silence feels strangely alive, people whisper of a giant that walks among them, a creature covered in dark, matted hair, towering over men, leaving behind footprints the size of dinner plates. Most of us know him as Bigfoot, others by the name Sasquatch. But what is the truth behind the legend? The very first stories didn't come from modern explorers or grainy photographs. They came from long before, passed down through generations by indigenous tribes across the continent. They spoke of powerful forest guardians, tall, hairy beings who lived deep within the mountains. These weren't monsters, but protectors, watching over the land and maintaining the delicate balance between nature and humankind. They were seen as a natural part of the wilderness, as real as the rivers and the trees. Then, as settlers and explorers pushed deeper into these uncharted territories, the sightings began to change. Hunters stumbled upon strange, massive tracks pressed deep into the mud, far too large for any known animal. Campers, huddled around their fires, would hear deep, guttural howls echoing through the pitch-black night, a sound that chilled them to the bone. These weren't just campfire stories anymore. They were first-hand encounters that left people shaken and bewildered. Everything changed in 1967. On a crisp autumn day in Northern California, two men, Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin, were riding on horseback along Bluff Creek. Suddenly, their horses spooked, and there it was, a large, hairy, bipedal figure striding across a sandbar. Patterson grabbed his 16mm camera and started filming. The result was a shaky, 60-second clip that would become one of the most famous and most debated pieces of film in history. The creature, seemingly female, walks with a powerful fluid gait, glances back at the camera for a brief moment, and then disappears into the safety of the trees. That short film ignited a global phenomenon. Experts from every field imaginable have analyzed it. Some claim the muscle movement and body proportions are impossible for a human in a suit to replicate. Others dismiss it as a clever, well-executed hoax. The Patterson-Gimlin film gave us no clear answers, only a mountain of new questions. So who or what is Bigfoot? Could it be a missing link in our own evolutionary chain, a relic from a bygone era that somehow survived in isolation? Is it a hidden species of great ape like a North American orangutan that has simply managed to escape scientific discovery all this time? Or is it something older, something more spiritual? A being that chooses when and to whom it reveals itself, a true guardian of the wild? In the decades since, scientists have launched expeditions and countless amateur researchers have combed the woods. Hoaxes have been created and exposed, muddying the waters and making it harder to separate fact from fiction. Yet, despite the skepticism and the lack of a body, the stories continue. From the snowy peaks of Canada to the dense, temperate rainforest of Oregon and Washington, people keep reporting the same things. A fleeting shadow at the edge of their vision. A blood-curdling roar that seems to shake the very ground. And that unmistakable, eerie feeling of being watched by an unseen intelligence in the woods. Maybe Bigfoot is real, a creature of flesh and blood, hiding just beyond our reach. Or maybe he's simply a legend, a powerful symbol of the untamed wildness that still exists in our world and in our imaginations. But one thing is for sure, every legend has a kernel of truth, and deep in the heart of the great wilderness where the modern world fades away, one powerful feeling remains, something is out there. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time